Alright, hello. As you may remember, I told you guys a story about when I was a little kid, about how I got sand in my eyes, and my parents and my aunt couldn't get me to stop crying as much as they tried, until they told me, "Look, pizza." And my eyes opened wide, and I asked, "Where's the pizza?" And I completely forgot all about the sand in my eyes. Well, today I'm going to be talking to you about pizza. I'll be talking about the origins of pizza, how it developed into the pizza we know today, and how it grew so popular and spread across the U.S. I did some research on this, and I have some statistics for you at the end too, to show you just how popular pizza is in the U.S. And I think this topic will relate to all of us, because I'm pretty sure most of us, if not all of us, have tried pizza once in our lives. Today I'll be talking about the origins of pizza, how it evolved to the pizza we know today, and how it spread and grew so popular in the U.S. To begin, I want you to start with the beginning, the origins of pizza. The funny thing is, the origins of pizza aren't really known. As Linda Stradley, a culinary expert, writes, pizza could have been invented by the Phoenicians, the Greeks, Romans, or anyone who learned the secret of mixing flour with water and heating it on a hot stone. One of the oldest and most basic forms of pizza, I guess, would be in the 16th century BC, Persian soldiers who were used to traveling, marching great distances. They would bake bread flat on their shields and then add cheese and dates as toppings, and dates are fruit, so that would be like the equivalent of putting pineapple on your pizza today. Now that you have an idea of the origins of pizza, I want to talk about how it evolved to what it is today. Although there are many different types of pizza, they still all have the same basic structure, you know. Albert Grande, a pizza promoter who has been featured in several books about pizza, writes that Rafael Esposito of Naples is credited for pizza as we know it today. The story goes that one day he made a special pizza in honor of King Umberto I and Queen Margherita, and this pizza had basil, which is green, mozzarella, which is white, and tomato, which is red, all of which are the colors of the Italian flag. This pizza was very popular with the Queen and King and a bunch of other people, and it set the standard for pizza, for modern day pizza. Finally, I want to explain how pizza got so popular across the U.S. It took a couple of things to make pizza so popular. It started with the Italian immigrants who brought pizza to the U.S. in the latter part of the 19th century, but right when they brought it over to the U.S., it wasn't instantaneously popular. It took a little more than that. The first time pizza started getting popular was after World War II, because soldiers would go over and be stationed in Italy, and while they were stationed in Italy, they grew fond of pizza, because it's Italy, that's where pizza originated, and when they came back to the U.S. after the war, they brought that appreciation for pizza. Linda Stradley, the culinary expert, again informs us that it wasn't until until the 1950s that Americans really started noticing pizza because of celebrities who had Italian origins, such as Jerry Colonna, Frank Sinatra, Jimmy Durante, and baseball star Joe DiMaggio, who all devoured pizzas. It is also said that the line from the song by famous singer Dean Martin, the line goes, "When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore." Set America singing and eating pizzas. So I kind of forgot, but this is actually the pizza that Raffaello made for the king and queen. That's the basil, the green, the tomato, and the mozzarella. These are some statistics I got for you guys. Annual pizza sales in America is $38 billion. 3 billion pizzas were sold annually. 350 slices of pizza are sold each second. So 350 slices, 350 more, 350. 93% of Americans eat pizza once a month. Pretty much every American eats pizza once a month. 9,000 pizzerias are open in New York, and 5,441 books about pizza are listed in Amazon. So today I talked about the origins of pizza, how it evolved, and how it got so popular in the U.S. As you can see, pizza has been around for a long time, or at least a much more basic form of it has been. However, in the present day, we have no scarcity of types of pizza to choose from, and I hope next time you're eating a slice of pizza, taking a bite, you remember something that I told you here today. Thank you.
Cody, what did you think of the speech?
I really liked it. I like the subject for one. I thought it was a cool subject to talk about. It was something I wanted to relate to because no one eats pizza. I liked it, like how it brought history into it and stuff like that. Everything was pretty much good. Like the structure was there, the citations were there, all except for the last page, which had like the most statistics on it, and everything was pretty much there. It was all like really well worded. I think the body language could have been practiced a little bit more, and just overall flow of just speaking in general. But everything else was pretty good. The signposts were like a little bit too like obvious. I think it could have been like more anecdotal or something like that. But other than that, it was a really good speech.
One of the reasons I like doing the oral peer evaluations, in addition to giving all of you a different perspective on the speeches that you give, is of course that you guys, I'm listening to you and trying to figure out if you in fact are listening and are learning the things that we're talking about. Are you good critical thinkers and that sort of thing? Cody gets an A for the day, because everything he said I'm going to go ditto on. I thought you picked out just about anything right. Miguel, I thought the content of the speech was excellent. You did a really nice job putting information together and making it, maybe a little bit awkward, that last point, compared to the other things that you were talking about, but you made it fit together pretty well. I like the fact that you cited the information very clearly, but you didn't just give us data. You threw in a story or two here and there to make it a lot more interesting, and I thought that helps quite a bit pull us in. I thought the attention device was great. It's nice and personal. You remind us about your previous experience with us, which would make the audience maybe a little bit more supportive of you in this situation. The transition to the body of the speech was a little bit awkward, but the individual points are clearly signposted, and I've got to agree. Sometimes